Honey, this is our platform.
This is the entire... What is our party name?
Ward Smith Ward.
Yeah.
Make America fucking awesome.
For the first time.
I don't know. For the first time.
Yeah.
Make America not what it is.
Not that. I like that. I like that a lot.
Ugh.
Say that shit.
Woof.
Wait, what? Cheers.
I'm fucking mature.
Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of Amateur Intellectuals. My name is Kendall Smith and I'm here with my co-host Caitlin.
Hello, honey.
Hi, baby. So today, I was going to be like, Caitlin doesn't know the topic, but I just fucked up the intro, so we had to restart. And you do know the topic now. Today we're going to be talking about Neuralink, which is a company started by Elon Musk that's like brainy, biotech, yeah, let's go with that. If you're watching on YouTube, I have a dish rag over my microphone to block out the wind. I'm in beautiful Santa Fe. This part isn't so beautiful, but it is pretty out here. They just have this like public land that you can stay on for free is right next to the landfill. So that's kind of strange. And then
they have this beautiful real estate of land that you can stay on for free. Asterisk, the Airbnb last bullet, it is next to a landfill. But if you can get past that, it's heaven.
It's great. It's beautiful. Yeah. It's bizarre because it's so, like, I thought Santa Fe was huge.
No, it's teeny.
It's teeny. Have you been?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I have a relative that lives there, so I've gone to the airport and everything. It's the smallest little place ever. It's tiny.
Yeah. I was surprised by that. But it still takes like 40 minutes to get across the town because like the speed limits are like 15 everywhere. It's the most bizarre thing I've ever seen. But it's also like crazy Democrat, so like I just love it. I just like today I was just like glowing going through like old Santa Fe and I was like, I just want to give Santa Fe just a standing ovation for 72% Biden voters. Everyone wearing a mask, no one bitching about it. Wow.
I mean,
look at how easy this is. Any hoozy. Neuralink. I feel like I'm forgetting something. We're going to do the question. I've got a cocktail. Let's do the question first.
Okay.
Caitlin, what do you think? Oh, and another thing. So this company is like, they don't have like a shit ton of stuff out. So like my notes are like, it's like this, and this. So the topics are kind of broad. So I think let's do like a little like dive into some of those. So this is an overarching one. What do you think about AI, artificial intelligence? Is it impending doom? Is it competition? Is it better for humans? Is it anything but those things and everything? What say you?
Okay. I think that all the movies that we've ever watched touch on the doom of overreaching, like trying to play God, right? So you've got humans that try to make AI and then does AI outsmart you or whatever. I mean, you've got 1981, right? 1984, A Space Odyssey, whatever that is.
Yeah.
You've got you've got Terminator,
2001.
You've got Ex Machina.
2001 is
You're right.
I was like, that's a war movie.
Ow. 1984 is a very different story.
I was so confused. I got you now.
God.
I got you.
Thank you. You saved me. Anyway, you get my point. You got me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but like all those movies are very like, we think we're smarter. Westworld was a show too. Like, we think we're smarter than God, so we play God or whatever, and then we fuck it up. I mean, there's something really scary about that. Can we use AI and do all the automated things and then let it go and do it, or are we gonna regret it? It's a tricky question. It's a tricky ethical question. So tell me where you fall on this too.
So, okay, yes, and like you've got iRobot, you've got Ex
Mm-hmm.
Machina, you've got which are like you brush on like it's like the ethical questions make them fun to watch. And then did you ever watch that thing on Go, the AI that they made play the
Mm.
game Go,
Mm-hmm.
and it beat the guy that's like world champion,
Yeah.
like smoked his ass twice.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Watson was on Jeopardy.
Right.
Yeah, and knew all the answers. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah. Right. So like there's this piece of it to me that just feels like it's inevitable. It's impossible to make it dumber than us.
Low bar.
Which
Ugh.
like the statistic there's like it's like something like humans use 10% of their brain power. Um Excuse me. What we're going to be tapping into today is they've created this like biotech that they think that it's not the point of the tech, but they think that they'll uncover a lot of the 90% that we really don't know anything about in doing this. So this is an exciting little topic. I think that it's pretty interesting. There's this really crazy video that we're going to talk about. Let's get on to the cocktail. This is cute. I bet it tastes like shit, but it's cute. It's called the Brain Cocktail. And
Yeah.
you know where I'm going? You know what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're going into a route of clotting.
Yeah.
Like, I know.
Yeah, exactly.
I know. I know. Curding
Yeah.
or whatever. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's so gross. Okay, so it's 1.5 ounces of peach schnapps, 1.5 ounces of Bailey's, and a dash of grenadine, just to get some like vessels in there. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
The picture is like it really kind of just does look like a floating, kind of brainy, kind of like poop. It's just kind of. So cheers.
Like a tumor or something that somebody put in the dish after they did surgery, and you're like, I'm gonna take that as a shot.
Right, just real quick. Exactly. Okay, let me get back to my notes here. Okay, cool. So, in the beginning,
Nice nod. Nice nod.
there was. I'm a little confused on where to start because I'm so thrilled by this video. I think we're just going to start there. About 3 days ago, Elon Musk's company Neuralink dumped this video. So he was on Twitch like a week ago. And he was like, at my company, we have monkeys that play video games with their brains. And everybody was like, yeah, go fuck yourself. And so...
My husband's a monkey that plays video games in his brain, too. He's very smart.
I miss them so much. I didn't know that I would. That was pretty good. So... and you have to watch this video, too, because, like, you can just show it to him and be like, what's the difference? What's the fucking difference?
Prove to me that this is not who you are.
So
Listen, it's hard to be attracted to men, okay? Can you relate?
Absolutely.
It's so hard.
Absolutely.
They're so pretty, but they're so dumb sometimes.
It's insufferable. I'm trying to decide if you... I don't like. So it's a podcast, so like you can't see the video. So I guess I'm gonna just go through it. But do you want to pull it up while I'm going through it?
Sure, I can do that. Tell me what to look up.
Oh shit! There goes. Okay, so the wind is crazy out here. Neuralink, monkey.
Okay. Oh no. Okay.
Um,
Is there going to be like animal cruelty?
no, it's so
Okay.
cool. So like, and like he's been very like They have the best quarters. We take very good care of them. We think that they're
Okay.
smart. So I don't get that vibe at all. In fact, they filed for some sort of legal like permit to have animal testing in San Francisco. They ended up just moving to the University of California, Davis, I believe, because they already had animals there. Is
Okay.
the vibe I'm getting. So
Okay, I've got it. I see it here. I'm gonna click it. Okay,
yeah,
I've got it in my headphones, so you won't hear me listening. But give me just a moment. I'm gonna just
yeah,
browse. I'm gonna take a little looky.
yeah.
Oh my god, I see him sitting in front of the TV. This looks like start of Planet of the Apes. Like he's gonna
Yes.
come at
Okay.
us
Give
later
us.
because he's gonna be so mad at us.
Yes. Give us the commentary. Yes. Yes. What are you seeing? What's happening?
All right, I'll narrate it as I
Yeah.
see it.
I
Okay.
love it.
Okay. All right, I see. Let's see here. Hold on. She's loading. She can do it in her good time. We're not rushing her.
Nobody's in a hurry.
Nobody's in a hurry.
Mm-mm.
She's okay. Ugh, this just is why you need to pay for the premium of things so you don't just look through the ads. It doesn't matter. We're the monkeys. We're the monkeys. Okay. All right, here. I see she's cute. She's okay. There in 2020 there was a pig with a chip in its brain. Now it's a monkey playing video games. It's just a version of internet journalists telling us what's going on. Oh, playing Pong.
It might be a shortened video.
Okay, so it has a Neuralink chip in each side of its brain.
Yes.
This is the start of a sci-fi movie.
Right?
And she's doing, I assume it's a she because she seems beautiful and awesome, so I assume it's a she. She's playing Pong like really fucking well.
Mm-hmm.
Like better than I would.
And then there's like a bombshell at the end.
No.
Yeah.
Is it that she kills her handler and
No.
runs? No? Okay. Not yet? That's the next episode? Okay.
Did it not show her? Did it show her like clicking the orange dots?
Not yet. She's like using a joystick.
Right. So there's a big metal.
Oh my god.
There's like a big metal straw, and it's giving her
I see.
a smoothie. So it's a banana smoothie, and she's
So she
trained.
wins an award. Like she wins
gets
a reward
treats.
every time she gets it right.
Right. So she's trained to use that joystick. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So they're rewarding
This
her.
is scary.
They're training her. She's playing the game. And then in the end, it does this thing that's just like, wait, what?
Okay, so it's almost finished, but in the meantime, as she's doing the joystick, let me just say that when the apes take over, I'm just going to be the first one with my wrists out saying, go ahead and imprison me. I believe you, and you were mistreated.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, our bad.
Oh my god. Okay, she's doing great. Eventually, the monkey wasn't into using the joystick anymore. Just using his mind. So got used to using his mind, even though he did not give her preferred pronouns, but that's fine.
Fabulous.
She's too
Yes.
brilliant.
Yeah.
She's too brilliant.
It's,
Sorry.
Yeah, absolutely. She told you. Yeah.
Okay. It's almost over.
Did they? So okay, but you. I think we watched a different video because the one that I watched.
Yeah, this one's being narrated by like a journalist.
Yeah.
But
At the very end, you're like watching it, and they're like, now, it's a macaque, and so it's like the macaque is playing Pong. We're gonna speed it up to make it a little bit more difficult, and look at her go. Wow, fabulous! And then they'll be like, now she is using the joystick because she's trained to. But if you'll notice, the joystick is unplugged, and it's just like this, like, wait, what? And like it like zooms in, and it you can see the cord sticking out of it, hanging in the air, and it's like that's a monkey playing a game with its fucking head, and that's the thing that just like I like got giddy and then like terrified and like so. The craziest
yep,
part.
that's exactly what happened as you were saying it. Double goosebumps.
Isn't that-
What is this? what is this? This is our lifetime. This
Yeah.
is our lifetime that we get to see this stuff.
And
What
that's
is that?
fucking
Kendall,
weird.
break it down. Break it down for me and help me
It's a
understand.
fucking monkey looking at a screen, moving things, playing a game with its head. That, like, it just rocks my world.
And I'm sorry, but macaques? Macaques? Am I pronouncing that
Yeah.
right? Macaques, I don't know.
Macaw.
They macaques. They are not even like the smartest
Right.
of
They're
monkeys.
just
I'm sorry, but like just
stupid
like
fucking monkeys.
crows are
Right.
really brilliant.
Right.
Like, so, oh my god, the animals are just gonna overtake us, and they should just fucking opposite Noah's Ark. They're gonna put 2x2 fucking types of people on the ship when God tells them to, and we're gonna just be like, what?
They're gonna drive that ship right off the edge of the earth. And we'll deserve
Oh my
it.
god. Ugh, tell me about it. Oh my god. That's really creepy. But
Isn't
also
it?
very fascinating. It's a weird feeling. Listen, what feelings are you getting out of this? Because I feel this equal thing of like fascination and I want more, but I also feel this like, whoa, danger. How
Yeah.
do you feel?
Exactly. It's like a knot in the throat, and it's like, now that's really cool. And then it's like, is it? Is it cool at all? I don't know. It's not. Okay, and so here's the craziest part again. So that's fucking nuts, right? And then
Yes.
I was reading about it, and this technology is like 20 years old. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So there was this guy that was like, he wrote an article, I think it was like the New York Times or something, brain surgeon guy. And he was like,
Okay.
yeah, Elon's got a cool thing with the video. The thing about that is like we did something very similar to that in 2002. And the only difference here, he hasn't invented anything new per se. The only thing that's new about this is that it's wireless. So that's cool. Like that's a good step.
He gave it Bluetooth capability and that's
right.
it?
Right.
Cool.
Which we'll get into why that's important and like what that actually means. It's potentially a big deal.
Oh my god.
But it just was so weird because I was just like scrolling through videos the other day, and I came across that, and I was like, "This is a weird feeling. I don't know that I've had this feeling in a long time."
It's just this excitement of the unknown and that curiosity, but there's also that feeling of like, okay, I have questions. I mean, I'm particularly sensitive to like ethical treatment of animals.
Right.
So I've got this feeling of like, oh, are they being treated ethically? And it's like, yes. It's like, okay, well, what does that mean? But okay, like, let's pretend that they are. Let's pretend that they're treated like little macaque kings. That's or queens. Let's pretend
I love
that
the
that's
visual.
the
Yeah.
best. Yeah, that's the best case scenario. Like, do a little bit of work, play a little bit of games, and then like truly everything that you love will be yours. That's the world I wish to live in. So. Okay. I mean, then that can kind of silence my ethical itch, right? It can calm it a little bit, but then I still wonder if we're teaching why. I mean, like, what is the point? I mean, is the ultimate decision? And I feel like you're going to touch on this, but or at least the potential. But I feel like what's the end game here? Are we going to put it in soldiers and have them do stuff like on the battlefield? Like,
Right.
are we going to, so that they're sitting in a room with their brains playing a game that is actually killing people?
Right.
Or is it, I mean, what's the point? What's the
Right.
point to this? Are we going to have animals just bring us mojitos? I mean,
'Cause
I'm
down.
a little more inclined for the latter.
Yeah.
Ethically.
We can make that work ethically. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Ethically, obviously, I will give him a mojito too. God, don't think that I'm cold.
No.
No, but seriously, what the fuck? Okay, yeah, you need to unpack some of this for me because I have a hard time.
You got
with
some
this.
splaining to do. Yeah.
You got some splaining to do, honey.
This is a fucked up video. What's going on? Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. So if you haven't watched the video, it's like 3 minutes. Watch it at some point, and yeah.
Pause this right now. Pause
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
We'll wait.
Uh-huh.
Okay, done.
That was the longest 3 minutes of my life. I'm glad you're back, though. We can continue. So, 2016, Musk started Neuralink with 8 other experts. And I was like, I'm gonna go on this list and like, because like you can go on their website and it's like, oh, the people that like are doing this are brilliant, like neurosurgeons, neurologists, professors,
Mm-hmm.
and then Musk is an entrepreneur. I think there's one other like biotech entrepreneur guy, and then everyone else is like crazy smart, and has worked on projects kind of similar. So by August of 2020, only 3 of the founding partners are still involved in the company.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so there's rumors of, quote, years of internal conflicts in which rushed timelines have clashed with the slow and incremental pace of science. Which, I mean, you know. And one more interesting little tidbit about the company that I don't know how to feel about it. The company has pulled in $158 million in funding, but $100 million of that is Elon's. So, so I don't know.
Okay. 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 Yeah, R&D. R&D. Royal and Dick.
Is,
Yeah.
is this a write-off? What is this?
Is this a write-off? Yeah. Okay. Okay. No. I hear you. I hear where you're coming from, and I see that there are red flags. Like, we've got money. We're gonna make more money.
Right.
Okay. Okay. Like, are other people believing in this as much as you are, friend? Yeah.
Doesn't seem like it.
Exactly.
But so you have like the skeptics that we kind of talked about, like the guy that wrote for the Times or whatever it was, New York Magazine something, that was just like, well, this isn't necessarily new. So I'm going to kind of break down over the top what it is. So Musk is like, he has that weird thing where he's like trying to always be exponentially better than his competitors, right? So the tech that does exist right now, that like the ear implants, and there's even like patches that they can install in the brain, and then there's like Stephen Hawking and like the voice thing. There's plenty of biotech that exists. This is just like thousands of times more intense. So essentially what he's done is he's created a I have it in my notes. There it is. It's so the macaque has 2 different ones installed, which is a big deal. Apparently with the older tech you could only have 1. It was bad to have 2. So what they've done is they've created a system of, they use like words like probes and alloys and all of these things that I'm like, no. So how we're going to talk about it is it's a biocompatible material, so something that can go in your body.
I hear you. Yeah, it's not gonna like cause issues or rot or rust or whatever.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. In your meat bag. Yeah.
Right. Think titanium. Think
like a hip replacement or whatever,
Right.
or a spinal thing like screw or whatever. Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
And then it's wrapped in gold thread.
Because she deserves it.
Because right. Because it's really
Sorry,
about the
yeah.
bling. And then they're basically pushed into your brain by a robot.
On the inside of the skull? I mean,
Yeah.
is it on the inside in
Yeah.
your meat? Like on the meat
It's
side
like
or
the
on the skull
brain,
side?
the brain side. Yeah, like in the
Okay.
brain. So it's an operation that requires brain surgery. However, the same company, Neuralink, has invented a robot to perform the surgery.
As you do.
And it takes less than an hour. So
Okay.
it's this bizarre. It's not like opening up your skull. It's like threading
Oh my god.
thread,
Mm-hmm.
metal thread into your brain, and it could do like 6 in a minute. And so it just like pushes it down in there and then
Oh.
moves and then pushes another one down in there and then but these things are like crazy sensitive. So I think in the macaque video they show you like a graph and they're like so what we did first was we installed the stuff. And in that macaque just had that surgery like 3 weeks ago or something. They're like, you can still see that she's bald from where we did that. And then they let her do the computer thing, and they watched what was firing off in the brain. And then that's how they program the receiver on the other end to respond to the patterns that they figure out with algorithms and math and science and shit. So it's incredibly sensitive. It's something like whereas there was 200 sensors on the tech that came out 20 years ago, there's something like 3,900 in this thing. And Elon's goal for it is more of a like he's saying, pretty quickly down the road, we could have paraplegic and disabled people operating smartphones with
Oh my
ease.
god.
Which, after watching the macaque video, I'm like yesterday. Like it seems like
Yeah.
you could do it right now. And he's getting a little bit of flack for it because there's some similar I don't know if it's called like prosthetics, if it's like a machine arm or like
Mm-hmm.
like
Prosthetics. Yeah.
is that what that's called?
Mm-hmm. Just if it's a false limb or whatever, it's a prosthetic.
And then if it's
But
got
like a smart prosthetic.
right, exactly.
Yeah.
So he's like, we can go, quickly go into that, and then we can go into, basically, I think that his idea, long term, is that this
Mm-hmm.
is a technology that's going to help humans be able to compete with artificial intelligence, because he's a believer and then like, oh, it's gonna whoop our ass. Like it's here, it's already here, and we're already behind.
I
Um,
mean, yeah. I mean, I don't know that that's like necessarily how I would pitch that to investors unless I want to pay $100 million of my
of
own
my
money.
own money.
Like, this is the way we compete with AI. Like, they're all going to be like, wait, why do we want to compete with AI? Like, what?
Right. What is that?
He's always been a visionary. He hasn't necessarily been an A plus on articulating his vision to others.
So true. I listen to videos of him talking and I'm like, why is he always winded? Why is he always. He's like, he
Yes!
talks so weird.
Yes, he does. Like, he's from the future and time traveled here.
Right. And he's like sprinted here to be like, you're fucked. You're just all fucked.
So, really quick, let me just press pause for 1 second because
Please.
I have a thought, and it's a really big, obnoxious thought that I have to be really careful how I say. Okay. What is the purpose of this? What is the purpose of this? So, what I mean is, when I was 6, likely I should have died because modern medicine made it so that I didn't. Okay? Just
Okay.
kidney things, whatever. Modern medicine helped me. When I gave birth to my daughter, I definitely would have died. And so would she without modern medicine. And that means technology too. Like, I encompass that all as the same thing, like the modern eye
Right.
and the innovation and whatever. So I should be dead 2 times over at least, let alone, girl, every time you have an issue like a UTI or something. But, that was old
I'm
school women.
fucking dead. Right.
But I'm just saying, like, 2 times at least in my life, significantly,
sure.
I should not be
Yeah.
alive. That
Yeah.
I appreciate and respect modern technology. One of which was truly, so when I had when I was about to have my daughter and there were all these issues, there was this, like, futuristic, like, fucking robot thing that came into the room, the hospital room, and was like a flashlight sort of, but it was like UV light or something, and it highlighted all my veins in 3D so that the nurses could pop like get to the vein that they needed.
Oh.
It showed like a 3D, almost like a, not quite, but like almost like a 3D model of my veins. And I
On
had never
your
seen anything
skin,
like this
right?
before. On my skin. It was like a
Yes, I've
flashlight,
seen that.
but instead of a flashlight just
It
looking
just
at
like
you,
highlighted your veins.
it highlights the veins. And so it makes this sort of like two-dimensional, not quite 3D, but like kind of like a two-dimensional map of where they need to aim
Yes.
for
Yeah.
when they need to draw your blood. So again, I'm completely on board because I'm living proof that like without modern technology, I shouldn't be here for, I mean, at least 2 times I shouldn't be here. Same with a lot of members of my family. So I'm a proponent of furthering technology because, we're here. I just am curious about what is this gonna be for? Like what is the purpose? Because if you say it's gonna be for things like, oh, like, people who can't walk anymore can walk, like veterans and paraplegics that just car accidents. That's something. But I have questions about, like, are we going to use AI for weird reasons too, I guess.
Oh,
Anyway,
absolutely. Yeah.
I just think when we have this power, we tend to fuck it up. That's all.
Who is Mark Zuckerberg? Um, yeah. Yeah. Um, so, good point. I, yeah, I agree. Because it's like, I think Elon, he said something like, it's like giving blind people the opportunity to see, giving deaf people the opportunity to hear. And I'm like, okay, that I don't see in like the macaque video. But I mean, like fucking with the brain and knowing more about the brain can't hurt. Like that surely that comes down the line somewhere.
And there's a part of inevitability that you got to find the science before you find the ethics around it, right? You don't lead with ethics, you lead with science, right?
Right.
And then the ethics comes later. We figure out what we can do, and then we figure out how it needs to be ethical.
Right.
I mean, that's how it's always been. I'm sorry if people don't agree, but that's just history.
Right.
We figure out what we're capable of doing, and then we figure out what's right about it.
Move fast and break things, and then we're like, well, shit.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, so in my head I kind of pictured it as you remember when Google Glass, they were like making this huge to do about Google Glass.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
And that I'm like, I think that he's thinking that this is going to be like a booster, like a intelligence booster, which my fucking God. If we could just pass those out to Americans immediately.
It's going to be an add-on to the vaccine.
Exactly. In the Bill
30
Gates
million a day or whatever.
microchip, we're going to just give you about 10 more IQ points so you can get off
my God.
fucking nerves.
There's not enough IQ points to go around, babe. Listen. Everybody needs them. There's not enough.
Astonishing. Me too. Of all people.
Listen, I'll take it too.
Yeah, absolutely. Give me a little bump of that. I don't know. I don't have as many dilemmas as like, I think some of the scientists are like, well, if you put this into machine things that help people with like walking and picking up things, and to me it's kind of just the same as like the internet. The problem of the internet, it's like it is so big, it is so broad, there's going to be holes for bad people to do bad things.
How do you not sell this to the military, to any country's military, and
right,
then make it so that soldiers can be as quick as their brain works, not as close as their trigger finger works? You know what I mean?
Right. And like you don't have to even be there. It could just be. So one of the key things about Elon's deal that the scientist was like, oh, the wireless thing is actually a big deal, because in the tech that they used to have, they would install the patch thing on the brain, and then there would be like physical wires like in your fucking house coming out of your brain. Very like.
Yeah.
Was that Prometheus?
Prometheus.
The movie?
It's not Prometheus, I don't think. I mean,
District
Prometheus was
9?
an excellent movie. That was the prequel to Alien.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Shit. No, that's not it. It's not District 9 either. There's a movie where this guy gets this like super suit. Is it Matt Damon?
Hmm.
And he's like in the middle of
No, I'm typically here for the sci-fi stuff. So hold on, a suit, and in the future, and then what's the purpose of the suit? Maybe I can name the movie. Name that movie.
It's not Iron Man, but it's similar. It's like he is part the tech of the machine, and he's like stranded in like an enemy war zone, and then he like gets the suit. It sounds very Iron Man.
The hell? I mean, it doesn't sound familiar, which means that it's a movie that I have to watch.
Let me get back to you on it, because
Yeah.
I've called it Prometheus for decades, and I know that that's not right, but that's what I just call it. And it's not
Prometheus is those giants. They're alien giants. Like, remember? I don't know. They're dead in the... Anyway. Spoiler. I don't know. I'm not making any sense. You get it.
I will give me a night, and I will figure out what that is.
Okay. Text me about it. Who cares? The listeners, sorry, you lost. It's fine. Maybe we'll share it on social, or maybe you're shouting it at us. But
We can't hear you.
We're the best. We should be president and vice president. You can be president.
No, I don't want to be. I want to be vice president. That's the most cush job on the planet.
Did Caitlin call? Did the president call?
No. Okay. Speaking of which, have you heard that Theo, like, she still hasn't moved into the mansion?
No, I have.
Oh, because you like our fucking neighbor. I forget.
Yeah, so I can probably give a little hint about this because I'm about to not work there anymore. But I work truly right across the street from truly right across the street. Like from my window,
Truly.
I can see
Joe
the
Biden's
Naval Observatory,
head.
which is where Joe Biden's head. Not quite. When he visits, maybe it was Mike Pence's head before, But no, Kamala should be there soon. And actually on the news, there was something that happened. Speaking of this is a tangent, but like a couple weeks ago, there was like a threat. Like there was something, because like it's normal that like we have dogs that walk up and down the street, like German Shepherds with like Secret Service and stuff, because we share a street. So, you see them, they sniff your car, whatever. Like, I don't have anything interesting in there unless they want to smell my, like, old receipts from, fucking
Costco.
Safeway and Starbucks. I don't know what that smells like, but I'm sure it's not alarming. I'm sure it's very normal. Yeah. So, but there was like an active like threat, and like somebody was like storming the gate on the Naval Observatory, and I wasn't in the office on that day, but there were colleagues who were, and so it was very like, and then they said, we've apprehended him, but we haven't found his car, and we're very alarmed about what is in his car. It's like, cool. There's no shortage of crazies. So can we maybe use this macaque brain chip thing to regulate the crazies and like bring the crazy down a couple notches,
just
or apprehend the crazies if we can't like neurologically help them? What do you think?
Yeah.
We should run the country, hon.
You could just put it in a bazooka, and you could just get them from far. Bam. Yeah.
It's like one of those T-shirts at a football game, like those T-shirt cannons. We're just
exactly.
We're just gonna it sense into people.
Yeah, that's right. And you're just gonna calm down and be like, "Why am I doing this?" Because
this is our platform.
This is the entire. What is our party name?
Ward Smith Ward. Make America fucking awesome.
For the first time.
I don't know. For the first time.
Yeah.
Make America not what it is.
Not that. I like that. I like that a lot. It's
I've got it. We're just gonna make the sound effects of a T-shirt gun, because the Democrats will rightly feel that we are just sending gifts to them, but the Republicans will hear the gunshots and think
They
that
like
it
it
is also in
too.
their favor, and then
That's
everyone
right.
will vote for us. It's
It's
misleading.
100% turnout. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I've got this. I think we're on to something here.
Snippet.
But anyway, I'm so sorry.
No.
Back to your episode. But
No.
we've got this. We'll put that in our pocket for another day.
Next week's episode, we hire a campaign manager.
Yeah, how we're running for office. Veep style.
Julia. Let it be Julia, please.
That would so be
Oh
us
my God.
on a fucking daily basis.
Oh,
We would be Veep in real life.
absolutely. I love that the first episode. Oh my God.
Every fucking episode. But yes,
Every
the first
episode,
was
yes.
particularly beautiful.
I am
Yes.
in there putting out the fucking fire. Amazing.
Yes.
I also want to say, for the last 20 minutes or so, there's been a tarp beating on the side of my bus. So if there's this noise, that's what it is. And there's this thing with living in a school bus where there's just kind of like, there's just dick you can do about it. Most things. And so it's just like today, I didn't have the cat skin for the microphone, so I wrapped this dish rag around it and then used some old headphones to tie it to, and it works. And it's hideous, but it works. And I think that should be my personal slogan.
Yes. That's your campaign.
It's hideous, but it works.
I think, listen, from the feedback that I've gotten, not to like shout out and break the fourth wall or nothing, but the people that have reached out to me about our episodes since you've taken on this new lifestyle,
Chosen. Yes.
they have been like, this is amazing, more on what that's like, because I feel like a lot of people want to do it, but as I said before, a lot of people will never do it. So I think these kinds of things, including the problems, are something that we need to know about, because it's something that we all want to know updates on, Continue and tell us the good and the bad. Don't just tell us the good and where you are and how beautiful it is, but like, definitely tell us when the tarp's hitting the fucking bus. You know what I mean?
It's just because I've tried to take it off in the wind and I almost like broke 6 limbs. It was just like, so if it's up and it becomes windy, you're just dealing with it. And if you get it down before it's windy, then you're fine. But
listen, we're all here for it. We don't care. If it has a little go in the background, it's just a bass for your beautiful voice. Don't worry about it.
Making music. Yeah. We need to do like a good. I can be more aware of that going forward, because it's funny, because it's just like, I think this is day 37-ish, and there's things changing. Like I'm getting better at things, but it's also like there's a lot of work to do still. So.
Oh, for sure. I mean, and that's exactly how I would have thought that it would go, is like, I've learned a ton by day 37, but there's just so much that I still have in front of me. And remember, you've got weather conditions that you haven't even faced yet. I mean, you've gotten a lot of them under your belt, but you've got things that you've got to deal with that you haven't yet, but you'll come out of this better and stronger for it. So keep it up.
Thank you, Lav. Yeah, it's
worth it. This is your life. You have one life. Do it right.
Yeah, this is it. And like it's been everything that I thought it would be, for sure. It's I've never been in I've never even seen a sandstorm ever in my life. And
until 5 seconds before we recorded.
I've now lived through, like, I call it survived, because they're fucking brutal. Like 4. I've been through 4 now, and I'm like, how in the fuck did people in like the Dust Bowl? It's unconscionable.
So we weren't recording yet, but Kendall, we were just prepping and we were sitting down, and Kendall was speaking and actually was flawless. And he was like, if you could just hold for 1 second, like everything was flawless. He's like, I actually have dirt in my mouth because I think there was a fucking dust devil or dirt devil or whatever it was called. A tornado that just came along the plains and fucking ate my bus alive. And so if you could just have 1 second, I just need to get all the debris out of my face and eyes and mouth, and I'll be ready.
And then I'll be ready. Yeah.
So I mean, this is what's happening. This is the story.
That's it. And it
Which,
came
listen, people are probably jealous of, even the dirt devils.
even the dirt
know?
devils rolling.
Yeah.
Yeah, rolling down the hill from the landfill. Love that. Love it.
Mm-mm.
It snuck up on me too. That's what's so funny. It's like you can see them. I mean, it's mesquite trees out here, so they're short. You can see. I get like the New Mexico. Do you know that song by the Black Pumas called "Colors"?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
Yeah, yeah.
it became like a protest anthem, right? Because it's gorgeous. It's lovely. But the guy who wrote it was sitting out in New Mexico, and he was looking at the sunset, and he was like, "Look at all those colors." That's what he was inspired by. And then, of course, he wrote the lyrics to be more meaningful than that alone.
Yeah.
But like, I fucking get it. Every night, the sun goes down, and then there's just a light for like an hour, and it's like orange and red and yellow and pink and blue, and it's so fucking pretty.
And worth it.
Absolutely. I mean, I was looking at the back of Pier 1 building in Fort Worth for 10 years. It's just, fuck that.
You saw like the dumpster, like of the like all the shit they were throwing away or something. I imagine just like in the back of it, like well, this is lovely.
Oh yeah,
I feel
they
so
shut
inspired
down.
every day by the fucking lamps that they're throwing away.
It's because it's overpriced. It's a shit
That's
lamp
right.
for too much money. Mm-mm.
And it's free for me now. Listen, that would be me. That would be me. Not above it, but.
Yes.
Anyways, yeah, no, that's amazing. Okay, I'm sorry. Yes,
No,
continue.
all
We
good.
we went off on a tangent, which was amazing, and thank you for sharing that and more of that, please, as you go to all these different stops. And please, I've said this before to you, but I say it again, like come to us when you eventually get here, like around the summertime or whatever. Like come to our area, and we will definitely have you here.
Oh, I would love it. I would love it. I think that, so I think, like, southwest, west, north, and then, so the problem is in the New England area, up in, like, the East Coast, there's almost no public land.
Shenandoah. I mean, you've got Shenandoah National Park up by us.
Okay.
Which is super big, and I assume that you can land there too, and we can even meet you. I mean, anyway, that's an offline conversation, but we love you, and we will come and see you.
It's mutual.
So
I would tell you I have so
yes.
much space, but I don't.
My driveway is also public land.
Yeah.
So,
Have you ever seen? It's so the Griswold. It's amazing. It's so fucking. Yeah. Okay, hold on. Let me go back through my notes real quick because I did miss some stuff, but I don't know that it's important.
yes, no, the episode, yes, please.
No. Covered that. We talked about Bluetooth brain. Yes. We talked about the tech. So interesting to me. Elon says that the procedure to do, I think of it like roofing. You know how like they have those big nail guns that just psh, 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 psh. That.
When you said roofing, I thought roofying, but anyway, yes, I understand. Roofing.
It might be the same.
Yes.
It might just be AI roofing us and being like, I'm going to get in there, you stupid fucks.
Awesome. Yes. Like roofing. Yes. Good.
Right.
Yes.
Right. Okay, this might be interesting. What say you? Like, okay, it's technically open brain surgery. However, it only takes less than an hour. We've invented a robot to do it. Like, let's say you don't have health insurance. Like, cost-wise, you want to spitball that?
Oh, okay. Well, first of all, that's an American problem, not a global problem.
That's true.
So we need to figure out how we want to restructure that. But
Yesterday.
moving on. Yeah, but let's presume that it is in America. If somebody had brain surgery in less than an hour, I would, oh gosh, $120,000, $100,000.
Right. Okay, so this is surprising. He thinks that the operation will cost $5,000.
I mean, well, that's why it's amazing. Because today, if you have a robot work on you, it's going to be...
Oh, shit.
If you have a fucking drunk doctor work on you, it's going to be...
$300K.
Six figures. Yeah. So that sounds nice. And
Yeah.
that would be a motivator for me if I know that it's mechanically precise, meaning they won't leave a fucking,
There's nothing.
dish rag in my skull or whatever. And also you're saying that it will be, I don't know math. So like exponentially less of the cost.
Yeah.
I'm like mathematically dyslexic. I don't understand numbers.
No.
So, but I'm just saying like 10 times less or whatever, 20 times less of the cost. And you're telling me that it'll be more precise than a human's ambition? Because right now we rely, remember when we talked about narcissists? And remember when I said, yes, thank you. Exactly. And I said, when I'm laying on the table, I'm almost relying on their perfect score and being a narcissist. And I don't need you to like me. I don't need you to want me to live. I just need you to keep your perfect score.
Right.
Well, if I'm dealing with a machine in that sense, well, then I don't have to have that kind of a conversation with myself to worry that the person's motives and daily, like they woke up and got enough sleep and didn't have trouble with their spouse.
Right.
And whatever. I mean, that's a very attractive idea. When you're operating on my skull, like I'd really prefer that you're at your best.
Yeah. Or you don't exist.
Call me bougie.
Yeah. Yeah. I need no threat of any sort of ebb and flow.
You know what I'm saying? So
I
there's
do.
a real attraction.
I do. Yeah. I like that. The guy, I listened to a video on it and he was like, so basically, by the time this even gets started, it will be, they'll do like the trials and all that stuff, but it'll be just about like, it'll be as normal and easy operation as LASIK. And I was like, fuck, that's insane. They're putting shit in your brain and it's LASIK, It's interesting. So I don't think that we're far from it. With SpaceX and Elon being so news heavy, I thought that this would be an interesting... I didn't know anything about it. And it just popped up. And so that's what I know about Neuralink.
That is super interesting. It's super interesting, and we should keep our eyes on that, let alone our stocks. I mean...
that's what I was like, yeah, they're not public yet, I don't think.
Really?
I don't think so. I'm 90% sure, but I could look. My stocks, girl, ugh. I got
Tell me.
I got that Robinhood app back when, Craigslist or Reddit was fucking them up. And now all my shit's just like tanking every day. It's like, it's down 5% pre-market. And I'm like, at what point do I stop watching my money fly away from me and just pull it back?
You know what I should do an episode on, or maybe you could too. We should talk about this. Is Bitcoin?
Yes.
Or like,
yes.
Or not Bitcoin, but like cryptocurrency more generally.
Yeah.
Because that reminds me of that. It's like ways to make money, and it's like stock, and then it's like cryptocurrency. Yeah, and like just having the computer there to run to make you money. But anyway, we can talk about that another day. But the idea of stocks too. Like we should talk about stocks. We should talk about the stock market and like learn about it and like what Warren Buffett advises and stuff. Because listen, he didn't get where he was without a little bit of talent, a little bit of education, little bit of spice, sugar spice, everything nice, Chemical X. These made the Powerpuff Girls. Like this is what we need to do.
The sweet spot.
Yeah. So anyway, okay. Well, this is good. Thank you. I mean, I had no idea about this at all. Like when you said Neuralink, I was like, I don't know what that is at all. I don't know what that is at all.
I didn't either.
So thank you for explaining that to us, because this could be the future, and this could be something like Amazon that a lot of us didn't have in our everyday language, and now all of a sudden it's every single kid, teenager, adult knows what it is.
It's getting a Neuralink.
I mean, could not. It depends on how they manage it, but it's definitely on its way, and it has all the, the fundamentals to get there. So thank you.
Yeah, you got it. That was fun.
Yeah. Okay. Well, guys, do us a solid, please. Tell your friends that are like you. Don't tell the friends that are not like you. Don't like the coworkers. that you're like, they're fun sometimes, but like I don't want to have lunch, or sorry, I'll have lunch with them while I'm on the clock, but I don't want to hang out with them outside. Don't tell them. But the people that you would actually legitimately spend a happy hour plus with, those are the friends that you need to tell about
like
this
that.
podcast.
Yeah. I like that a lot.
That's the vetting system. If you wouldn't go to happy hour and spend extra time with them, then don't tell them about it. We don't want them here.
Yeah.
We don't want them here.
Yeah.
No.
We've got a lot of room, but not for that.
We have a lot of room, but not for those. Not for them. On principle. We are, Kendall and I are nothing if not bold on principle. So if we have, 50 times less followers, but they're not the people that we don't want, like he and I are just fine.
I'll drink to that.
Yeah, me too. Anyway, follow us on Facebook, please. Send us your stuff. We have an email address at amateurintellectuals@gmail.com. Please continue to send in your stuff. You've got great ideas so far, so don't hesitate. We'll talk soon. We'll see you next week. You ready, babe?
I'm ready.
Okay, we're gonna 3, 2, 1 it.
Okay. 3.
Tres, dos, uno.
Bye.
Bye.